Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Christine, and this is lesson 3 on how to crochet. So by now you should have learned a little bit about the materials you need. You should have some yarn, some hooks, and you should be a chain stitch master, right? Or at least very comfortable with doing chain stitches. So this lesson is going to be on the 3 main stitches that you'll use crocheting. That's going to be the single crochet, the half double crochet, and the double crochet. Those 3 stitches are the foundation of what you need to know. So we're going to start with some single crochets. So I'm going to do my, we've already been through this. I'm just going to go quickly. I'm going to do my slip knot, grab the yarn, and let's just do a very small sample of, say, 10 stitches. So we're actually going to need 11 because that last stitch is the height of a single crochet, and that little extra on the end is going to be needed to give us 10 single crochets. We have to do 11 stitches, 11 chains. So I'm just going to chain 11. You can follow along. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 stitches. The loop on your hook doesn't ever count, okay? That first stitch here, we're going to skip that. So now, different than doing a chain stitch, we need to insert our hook into the chain to do the single crochet. And as soon as you have your second row, you'll be inserting the hook into the stitches instead of the chains. But first, all we have is chains. So we're going to skip that first stitch because that one doesn't count. That was our turning chain. And then we're going to just go into that one loop there, and just like a chain, we're going to yarn over, trap the yarn. But this time, when we pull it up, we have 2 loops on our hook. Okay? And now we just, similar to a chain, we just pull it through both those loops. And that's as easy as it is. So now we're going to insert our hook into the chain, grab the yarn, trap it, pull it through. You have 2 loops on your hook. Grab the yarn, trap it, pull it through, and we have 2 stitches. And we're just going to continue that motion all the way across. So insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2. Insert into the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2. And that is a single crochet. Insert into the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2. All the way to the end of this row. Like this. There we go. And we have 10 stitches. Okay, so if you can see here, we have now 10 little V's on top of these stitches. Maybe I need to come in a little bit more. Don't know if you can see. Okay, so we have 10 stitches now. You can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 V's. These little V's here. So there are 2 loops. There's a loop here, and then a loop in the front and a loop in the back. And that's the V on the top of our stitch. So now that was round 1. Okay, so for round 2, we need to chain 1 that's the height again, just like we had an extra stitch down here on the end that we didn't use. We're going to have an extra stitch down here that we don't use. It's just to get some height so that when we start our second row, everything will be the same height. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is chain 1. That's our turning chain. It doesn't count. And so then we turn our work to the other side. And here, you can turn your work sideways so you can see you're looking for that first V that you did. It's right there. You're going to go through that gap under the V. Okay? So we're going to insert the hook. So now instead of going in the chains, we're going under the V, under both loops, and pulling up a loop and pulling through 2. And you just do that all the way across. You go under the V on top, you go under it, pull up a loop, pull through 2. Insert your hook under, into the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2. Into the V, pull through 2. And we're just going to do that all the way to the end. Okay, you can see the space. And there, all the way across. And then that last stitch might be a little hard to see. Just turn it, okay, and I can see my V. So that's where I want to be. I want to be in that last little V, underneath that last V. Pull up a loop, pull through 2. Okay, and it should look like this on this side and like this on the other side. Okay, I'm going to just go through with you. Chain 1, turn your work, look for the stitches with the V, go into that space, pull up a loop, pull through 2. Into the space, pull up a loop, pull through 2. Into the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2. You just keep doing that all the way across. And this is a single crochet. This is the crochet stitch that is used typically when you're doing amigurumi or little stuffed animals. People use single crochets. You also use single crochets in like dishcloths a lot. A lot of people like a linen stitch, which is just an alternation of like single crochet and a chain stitch, single crochet and a chain stitch. So it's a very popular stitch. Now when you're using single crochets, you're going to need to use more crochet stitches in your project because it takes you longer to do a project in single crochet than it will take you to do a project in half double or double. And that is because this stitch is shorter, right? It's a smaller stitch. So if we were now to switch and do a half double, you'll see it's just a tiny bit taller. I don't have my scissors with me. So actually, I'm just going to pause the video and get scissors. Okay, now I have scissors. So I'm going to cut this sample. Okay, so now this sample is done. I'm just going to, I like to just pull through again at the end to bind off, just to make a little knot right there. Okay, so that's our single crochet sample. Let's try another stitch, just very similar. It's the half double crochet stitch.